welcome back. Can't believe you're still watching. So this episode I'm going to be building a partition wall here. It's going to section off my bathroom from the entrance hall, and I've got some lovely doors that a friend's given me, one of which has got stained glass in that's going to go into the main building, and then a solid door for here, and then a stained glass window to go here to get some borrowed light through into the bathroom. But before I start on the stud wall itself, I'm going to make the door frame for here and then work off of that. So I'll show you how I'm going to make the door frame. So as these are external doors that I'm fitted internally, I went and bought an external door frame. It's got the right width on it for the door, 48mm. So I got that from B&Q, 60 quid though, and I don't know if you can see, it's like lots of bits of wood stitched together. It's still nice and solid, but I thought for 60 quid I may as well just go and get some 4x2 and make my own. So I've been and fetched some 4x2 and run it down on my dad's table saw. I've made this inlay. I made that 48mm to suit the door, and then that's just like 17mm I think, but you could make that whatever you want as long as this bit suits your door. And then I've just jointed that together like that, and that will make a nice door frame in there then. So I'm going to get that glued and screwed, and then I can get on with making the rest of the stud wall for the dividing wall. So it's time to start chucking this wall up. Now I've put my first post in and I've set it back a little bit because I've got insulated plasterboard to go on here. So I'd have lost this if I'd have put it right to the wall. I've fired long screws right through into this stud work there, and I've made sure that this, booyah, bang on, both ways. Because obviously it's important for a door frame to be level, otherwise your door's going to swing about and stuff. It needs to be square and nice. So that's the first one in. I can get the door frame screwed to that now and then work that way from there. So that's the framework all complete now for the dividing wall. It's fixed along the wall, along the rafter up there, down this wall, and I've got a couple of concrete screws down into the concrete base there. It's nice and solid. I've got my wires up here for my isolation for my extractor fan. And my bathroom light switches there, and this is my bathroom now. Yeah. Now let me show you my windows and doors. You'll like these. The two doors a friend in town gave me, they in turn got them from someone else for free off Facebook Marketplace. So whoever they came from originally, thank you very much. This one's got some nice stained glass flowers on it. It's got a bit of damage on one of the leaves. Could replace that piece at some point, but for now I think I'm just going to put some silicone or resin in it. The solid wood. They're real heavy. I'm going to sand these down a bit and see what the wood actually looks like. Some nice brass hinges on them. And then this window, got this off Facebook Marketplace, and the guy that I got it from gave it me half price because he's been watching the YouTube videos, because he's doing a barn up himself. So nice little bargain, got this for 40 quid. And this is double glazed as well, it's already in this frame. And it's got sheeted glass in the back as well. I don't know if you can see that very well on the video. So it's got 2 panes. So I think I'll put this side out into the hallway and that side on the bathroom side. I'm gonna get all this wood cleaned up now and then see what they're looking like. So that's all the sanding done now, finally. I'm sure you have got on. Oh, nice, don't they? Like new doors. You can see in the light there, nice finish on it. So when it's oiled, it should look really nice. So what I've used to sand everything, I've used my belt sander. Old boy this is, my granddad gave me this, and I've just had to fix it actually because the drive roller on it, the rubber had come off, so I had to get a new one. 70 quid for a new drive roller, but it's a really good machine, so I wanted to keep it going. So I've repaired that, and I've used that to take the top surface off. It really eats through it quick, but then it's quite aggressive. So over the top of that, I've used the detail sander with a 860, then an 80, then a 120, and that's and then I've hand sanded just a quick run over with a 240, and that's given me a real nice finish. And then I've used the Dremel to get in the really fiddly bits right in the corners. So yeah, it's been a bit of work, but the result is fantastic. And then oil wise, I'm going to use Rustin's Danish oil. This isn't the tin, obviously. The tin has a nozzle that pops out that's rubber, and my set away at that, so it was open, so put it in a bottle. And then I'm adding into that some Sickens wood stain, dark oak. So I've mixed that together. I've just put a drop of the stain in there, like a shot glass full in there. So I've done a little sample piece of that. You can see it in some nice light. And it adds a bit of tone to it. So that's the Danish oil without the stain, and that's it with the stain. So it's not too much, it's just a hint of colour and makes the grain pop a little bit. And I can always add some more layers to darken it up more if I want to, but yeah, I think that'll bring it up nice. So, and I've done the sanded the door frames down as well. These have come up nice to say they're CLS. There's a couple of bits here that I've had to put filler in. Filler wise, I've used this wood filler that's fairly good match colour wise, and that'll dye with the stain as well. So let's get some oil on these bad boys and we'll see how they're looking. siding's all done now, and I've got them hung. Ta-da! How nice do they look? The finish on it is really nice. I'm very happy with it. The oil, I painted it on quite thick and then let it soak in for about half an hour. I keep just spreading it around, and then once it's had a good time to soak in, rub the excess off with a cloth, and you're left with a real nice finish. Also your oily rag, make sure you hang that out to dry or burn it or something, because they can spontaneously combust out of boredom, so don't leave them screwed up in a corner. And also, because this is the bathroom, on this side of the door I've used a matte varnish just to make it fully waterproof, and this is literally the shower, so it's going to get wet, so I might put a shower curtain across there so you can just pull that across when you have a shower. The stained glass window, look how nice that is from this side. Can you see here it's still a bit dark. This side was painted with like a fence paint or something. It's really penetrated into the wood, especially on this bottom rail. I assume this was outside before. It looks like moisture's got into that slightly, but it's fine now. Now it's been sanded down and treated again. But yeah, like I say, I'll probably put the matte varnish on there as well. And then this door, let me show you from the other side, you can see the stained glass better. Look at that, it's stunning, isn't it? So happy with them. I've cut these off, so that's cut off the bottom and that's cut off the top, just to make it fit in the gap I've got, because it's not a full height door. This is the highest I could put my floor because I needed the headroom upstairs, but it still looks fine because this bottom rail's sort of the same width of the side ones now, when it was usually a thicker rail, and this top one is similar to the centre one, so it still looks normal. It doesn't look like it's been cut down a lot. It's alright. I've also had to take a little bit off of the side of this one. Can you see these two little holes here? I need to fill them really, but the hinge was inlaid on this side here, but I've taken 5mm off of all of this side, so that took it off, and then I've just re-chiseled it out on that side, and I've chiseled it all into the frame as well, obviously. It's alright, it's hung the right way now. It's a good job. I hung these before I did the finishing sanding on them to make sure they fit right, and it's a good job I did, because this one didn't. You can see I've had to move it over a little bit on that top corner. The door is slightly twisted. I think that's what was causing the issue. It was tight at the bottom and just a little gap at the top. And you can see now that side's bang on level, but then this side, it's still level, but it's on that side of the levelness. So yeah, if you own this place in future and struggle getting a door to fit, I'm sorry, but this one fits lovely. Put my plasterboard on this stud wall as well. I've made it so as the frame would take the thickness of the plasterboard, then leave a little bit for skimming up. I've got my wires into my boxes. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers will notice that that's some recycled pallet backs there. The plasterboard pallets, the bits in between the bags are 3x2. Use them. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to tell you about my doors. Thank you again, Hazel and Aaron, for given them to me, and whoever owned them originally, who gave them to them. I've got my plasterboard and my final layer of insulation to put on next. Should start moving a lot quicker now I'm doing these smaller jobs. It's real good, so you'll be getting some videos more often. So don't forget to subscribe, keep watching, and I'll see you on the next one.